I don't hate them as much as I used to. I still hate them a bit. I hate Man City more now, but I don't hate Man United like I used to when they were good. Because you hate people who are good, don't you? You hate people who are good.
Just moves it over.
So I just still like when I get there, I get goosebumps when I go to Old Trafford. I get goosebumps watching the Villa play there. So I need to see us win there at some point. So I'm gonna.
We should have beat them a couple of years ago.
2-1 win.
Hello and welcome to the Every Week We Follow podcast, the Aston Villa podcast where we share views on everything Villa related, including pre-match views, match reaction, highlights of past and present, statistics and more. My name is Sam Rayworth, editor of the website. I have with me Glen Goodwin, writer for Every Week We Follow, and Villa season ticket holders and away game regulars Willem Rayworth and Reece Lloyd. To kick us off this week, a fantastic performance. Obviously you're about to hear some good reaction. Leon Bailey, the man. No need for Bundia, who's going to start us off. In fact, let's put him on the spot. Glenn, seeing as though you haven't been here for a couple of weeks.
Part-time.
Yeah. I've been off. I've turned 30.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, cheers lads, cheers.
Oh yeah,
Young.
sorry about that. Happy birthday.
Yeah, don't forget that. Even though the great performance overshadowed it, of course. But yeah, what did you want to know, Bundia?
I want you to give me a reaction, like we normally do.
Well, he didn't play, did he?
No, not Bundia of the game.
Oh, fantastic! Like I said, I watched it up in a pub in Glasgow as I was up there for my birthday. I just thought we were brilliant. Second half, it was just explosive, wasn't it? Just quick fires, goals, bang, bang, bang. It's just Leon Bailey, like he sort of the way he plays, sort of described how we won the game. Just explosive and 3 quick goals. Shame about McGinn having to go off. I thought when McGinn went off, I thought we should have gone a bit more attacking and put in Bailey at that point. But I thought, no, all round very good performance. So
yeah, I agree. To be fair, it was good. It was good. The first half wasn't really too much to split the teams. Really, I think I do agree. To be fair, when McGinn was going off, I thought it was. At the time, I was thinking maybe it's a missed opportunity to maybe make a change there and go a little bit more attacking from there. But realistically, was there any need to? Probably not. He was finely poised, but I thought we could have showed a bit more intent there. Obviously, proves how wrong I probably was thinking about it. I wasn't massively upset with seeing Nakamba come on. I thought he played absolutely class. I think his distribution for once was good. I can't remember him misplacing a pass. And he gave us great energy in there, what McGinn usually does. So no, I was buzzing with it. And then Bailey comes on. First thing he does, he's whipping at a frightening, dangerous free kick, and that pretty much told the story for the next 20 minutes. He just absolutely ran the show, didn't he? And then Matty Cash as well. I thought I've given him some stick recently. I still don't think his crossing was particularly great, but I think he switched the play a couple of times.
I was going to say crossing was quite.
I think the first thing I said is like, I wonder what William's going to say after Matty Cash just scored an absolute rocket to make us go on the attack. He turned the game around. That.
He played fantastic.
Rough for the neck.
I was like, I kept saying, I think I text one of my mates and said, get Matty Cash keep shooting. He's one of them's going to go in eventually.
He played higher at Forest, didn't he? He's got that in the locker. He can push forward. So in a 5 at the back, I fancy him going forward. To be fair, but like you said, in the first half, I thought. So first half, it was pretty nip and tuck. Obviously, we had the Mings header. Good save from Begovic, that was, to be honest. That could have been 1-0. I thought it was fairly level pegged. I thought we showed them too much respect in the first half, and it was winding me up. I didn't think we actually needed to be 5 at the back on Saturday until the second half, when the game just came into life, and it proves I haven't got a clue. Because when we brought on Bailey, we were just a completely different side, weren't we? And I think, having, like Buendia on the bench, Bailey's on the bench, he kind of made the difference. It's great problems to be having, isn't it? Because now we're all talking around, United. I probably would go 5 at the back against United, even though we can't play Twanzebe. But
would you?
we can't
we can't play
Twanzebe.
You put the horse.
Forgot about
but I think the main thing for me is that we said last week, we'd probably go 5 at the back against the better sides. No disrespect to Everton, they were missing key players, Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin. They weren't at full strength, but if you're that solid at the back with the 3 and your full-backs, say if you play Cash and Bailey doing what they're doing going forward, it can be absolutely killer, that can. And I think it's something we can absolutely we can pull out the bag for any game now. And I think in the past we've been, again, it's the sort of thing you do when you need results or you're playing against bigger sides, you're up against it. But actually, if you have the correct players in your wing-back positions to push the ball forward and your midfield strong, which it was on Saturday, I think it can work against any team.
By target.
I think it's because it's a new formation as well, and it's a new formation, and teams are not used to us playing in that manner.
Yeah.
So when they do all their research and they're trying to set up to think, right, how does Villa play? How should we, how can we stop them? We've got this new formation coming.
All right, you play far at the back. Do you play target?
No.
I thought target played well.
Did you play Ashley Young?
He did play well.
Or did you play Leon Bailey?
I'd pick Ashley Young every day of the week.
Yeah, I would as well, to be honest. I just think he gives you a bit more going forward. No, I'm not saying Target had a bad game. He played all right, but I just think he doesn't wind me up, but he's a bit lightweight sometimes, isn't he? And I think Young gives you a bit more experience, a bit more steel. And if you bring in on Bailey, if Bailey can play in that position, then it's an absolute no-brainer, isn't it? He was phenomenal on Saturday.
I think he came on. I couldn't work out what we did. I didn't know if we went to a back four, if Mings went to left back. But no, we stuck it as it was. But it's just that we basically were playing without a left wing back, just a left winger basically, because he wasn't really doing much.
He wasn't defending.
He wasn't tracking back, but because he didn't need to. Every time he was getting the ball in all the positions Matt Target was. But he's a lot more dangerous in that final third.
He can go past. He's got everything, isn't he?
I don't think
outrageous.
He can go past players.
He's
for fun.
outrageous.
You see him he'll get the ball and just nutmeg someone for fun and run around.
Best
on the edge of our box.
Best debut I've seen in a while. That is
Since Benteke.
best home debut. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Since Benteke.
Keenan Davis had a killer debut, but yeah, he scored
No,
against Norwich. He had a great game. Yeah, an unbelievable game.
He bullied those two Germans.
He gave Huran a hat-trick, I'm pretty certain, just from him just holding the ball up. But anyway, it was some appearance. I think it's just a taste for what he's got to come. I think the one thing I will say about whether it's 5 at the back, 4 at the back, 3 at the back, whatever, it all starts for me. We haven't had it in ages. Having a balanced midfield. The midfield for the first time in years looks balanced. I think it fell into place really nicely. JJ for me looks like a different player this season, moving the ball forward. It's great to see. McGinn's energy, and his persistence this year.
He's playing out at the pitch, isn't he, McGinn? Have you noticed how many times we're nicking the ball with this?
I know.
With Watkins, obviously he's a workhorse. Danny Ings works hard as well. They close down a lot. And McGinn's getting forward, and when there's got those three of them, like we're attacking,
and JJ,
and
JJ, and since obviously McGinn went off injured, but Louise did the exact same thing.
I've been one of his biggest critics, Louise, but he's doing exactly what you expect of a player in that position. He's not just doing the dirty work now. He's actually. There
was some really good stats about him actually on Saturday. I can't remember off my top of my head, but he had a great game.
He had a real good game. He's had, I think the midfield's been probably our best area
and we haven't bought anyone. No. Everyone was like, we need to buy one. All of a sudden, it's been our best.
I think
position.
Ramsey's got to be a big part of it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think he's unreal.
It was that one.
The first name on the team sheet
at the moment. Yeah.
It was that one when he stole it just after we scored the second. He stole the ball and he almost got his first goal.
He almost got his first goal.
That would have been insane.
Absolutely gassed if that went in.
Yeah.
But I think that all of this, all what we're saying there, it's all credit to Dean Smith, really.
100%.
I mean, he's always going to have some idiots saying, I don't think he's the right person to bring us. In what logic are you using there to think about he doesn't have what it takes to bring us on? We're playing the best football I've seen us play, definitely within last 20 odd years or so. I'm thinking there might be a bit of a big shout, but I can't remember us playing such attacking. But even in the championship, we were just relying on Grealish pretty much. We were just playing around him.
I'll back Will up on that. You know why? Because the O'Neill side was probably better in terms of what it's achieved. We haven't done anything yet. That O'Neill side got into finals. So we, a couple of seasons ago, but he got into Europe, etc. But it was so single dimensional. It was just one dimensional, wasn't it? It was hit the wingers and two up top.
But get Gabby running through.
But also
he wasn't a tactician, O'Neill. He just had a very good squad of players, didn't he? To be honest.
You also got to remember though, the first 6 games last season, we were like, what on earth is going on? We were going to win the Champions League.
Yeah,
we were outrageous last season.
But you're just backing up my point that Dean Smith is that manager who's making us play our best football that we've ever seen. Well, at least for our age group, anyway.
So, here's a question. Are you happier, do you think, now or this time last season when we won the first 4 games? Because I was ecstatic when we won those first 4 games, but I actually feel even though we've got less points at this moment, I'm actually happy. I think I'm happier than I was last season.
Cromwell.
I don't know. I don't think I could say I'm happier than I was last season, because last season it was different circumstances, and we were playing some outrageous football, and we are now. But it's a different kind. It's a completely different situation. So I don't really want to compare the two. But now we can still see. I'm just happy that we're not playing badly. We're playing good football. We're going. They're attacking, and there's better problems that we're having this year. Whereas we've got Buendia, who at the moment can't get in the team. We've got Bailey, who's knocking on the door, but does he start? Really? Can he start on Saturday? We've got these massive problems that are really good problems to have. But I don't think you can really compare.
No, I will. I think last year you knew we were punching above our weight a bit. You did, deep down, you knew. You knew. Okay, the Liverpool result was a big one at the start of the season, but you knew the teams we were playing were poor. Well, I mean, two of them went down in the first two games.
We need to last-minute goal.
Yeah, I think you knew we were punching above our weight last season. You knew the squad. Looking at the squad depth last season, it was nowhere near what it is this year. No. What I'm liking about this season is, and we said it on previous pods. We all kind of said we wouldn't be as strong as starters did last season. We've been proven right, and I do think we're going to be the team who builds into the season. Yeah. And I think we're gonna be that side who, rather than, I think we're going to finish strongly this year, which I would much rather, to be honest. And I think, look, we've got a real tough game on Saturday against United. I mean, they're in good form. Joint top practically, aren't they? So yeah, that's going to be difficult. We probably won't come out of anything out of that game. But it's very much, I'm seeing a better long-term project with this current squad than I did last season. And also, I hate to bring it back up to the old captain, but we're so not a one-man band now, are we? We've got so many options.
I think that is why I would side with the. I'm happier now. I think we're a better team now. It's purely because we haven't got that. Oh, we've won this game because of Jack Grealish leaning over our head. And the last 4 months, apart from the last 2 games of last season, we were losing, and it was a bit. Oh, you haven't got Jack.
I think we're in a better position as a club.
Absolutely.
Do you think we could generally be a better team because we haven't got Grealish now? Could that be a reason?
I don't think it's because we haven't got him.
It's almost a blessing that he did go.
I don't think
we didn't want him to go.
I don't think it's because we haven't got him. It's because we've invested in more quality.
Yeah.
And to be fair, also look at the youth prospects that we've got coming through in Badais and Chucky as well. They are much more senior, more mature now. So I think it's not the case of because he's gone, everything just clicked into place. We've invested really, really well, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Definitely. I can't. It's times like this where you can't smack the smirk off your face, is it really? Because you're in a good place. The sky is the limit.
Do you know what?
And I can't wait till.
The
only person you say you don't expect us to get a result. Why not? Well, if we can keep it 0-0 as long as possible, and then bring on Leon Bailey, pond that left hand side, then. But then why not? You see the frightening difference that you can.
Do you know what? I can categorically say that on Saturday. Was it Saturday? On Saturday, I was aroused.
Oh yeah,
God, I was aroused.
There we go. You missed this last week, basically. This kick from coming up. Yeah. But it was.
Just put it out there.
But I mean, talking about United, I think that's kind of puts into the next topic. I think. I'd always back, because every time I see you boys in the pub before a game, I go, I fancy us today. We're winning this game today.
A few people have said to me, they fancy us.
Well, I'm at a wedding. That's the first game I'm missing since Notts County 2015, so we are definitely winning on Saturday.
Is that the game when Tim Sherwood put about 7 strikers on the pitch?
Yeah, and it's the night we drew Blues in the cup, that was. So I've not missed a game in years, so you know for a fact we're going to win on Saturday.
That's the game that we're going to win.
We're going to win it. We're going to win comfortably.
And then we're not letting you go to a game again.
Yeah. Well, it's not on TV, is it? It's half 12 kick-off.
No, it's not.
Some concert at Old Trafford.
Cortinas are playing down the road, aren't they?
So we're getting the 6:30 a.m. train.
Nice.
6:30 a.m. train? 6:04 a.m. train from Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ridiculous. Yeah, it's painful, isn't it?
Get to the Spurs. Get to the pub for 9 a.m.
Yeah, nice. I think the Metro's on strike as well, don't they?
Actually, anyone listening, the Metro is no longer on strike.
Oh, there we go. False alarm.
The unions have resolved it today.
But yeah, I think talking about United, look, I think they got a bit lucky against West Ham, didn't they, with the penalty save, to be fair.
But they also got a bit unlucky with the 2 penalties. One of them was an absolute stonewaller. I think the second one, a bit later on, was he was already on his way down.
They were a bit sloppy, weren't they?
First one, definitely.
They're one of these teams, they do know how to win games.
They do know how to win games, don't they? I think the thing that's going to challenge us on Saturday is just the array of quality they've got across the pitch. If Fernandes, Pogba, Ronaldo are fit, you've got Greenwood, Lingard on the bench. It's a very good side. Ronaldo loves playing against us as well, if I remember rightly as well.
We're due a bit of luck against them as well, and we're due some blooming decisions.
We've had some horrid luck against them, haven't we, last couple of seasons in terms of decisions. Even last year, the Pogba one, never a pen for me, that. No. At Old Trafford. And then the Conte one at Villa Park. You could write a book about it, couldn't you, to be honest?
Yeah. Yeah, there was the Greenwood. Was it something with Greenwood?
I don't know. I remember Greenwood turned Mings on a sixpence.
Yeah,
that was a bad look there.
Yeah.
But it'd be an interesting one. But I think like we did against Chelsea, obviously I'd rather us not lose 3-0. But if we can go out with the same intent like we did at Stamford Bridge the other week, and go at them, and I think Old Trafford's one of those places. If you put them under, and if we, again, like you said before this week, we hold them at 0-0 till half time, getting them a bit shaky. There's nothing to say you can't, put a bit of pressure on them.
Smith was asked, wasn't he, before the game on Saturday on the TV. I watched the interview. He was asked why you still keeping 5 at the back, or is it 3-5-2? What he's going for. I said we played them fantastic against Chelsea.
Yeah,
and we did.
We
lost, but the scoreline did not portray how we played.
No, it didn't.
And also Everton also played the same system, so it was an easier decision to keep it as it was. But I still think our best formation is 4-4-2. I still think that to get our best players into the side, it's a 4-4-2. To be honest,
I don't know. I like this new 3-5-2. That's why we're winning the ball so high up the pitch. Because of this 3-5-2.
Don't get me wrong.
I don't think it's 5 at the back. I reckon it's 3-5-2, not 5-3-2.
Yeah, well, it's 3 plus 5 equals
it's getting all
whatever.
Football Manager. We're talking about Trek Reeses up top. Yeah.
With the Engaches.
Yeah, all this bollocks.
The Regista. Yeah.
Shadow strikers.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I still think to get our best players on. If you look at it on paper, maybe you're talking two strikers and Buendia and Bailey. So I think the best way to get those all into the side is a 4-4-2. I'm happy playing the 3-5-2 at the moment. I'm happy playing this because I wouldn't fix something that isn't broken. And I think Jacob Ramsey's absolutely flying in this team.
Yeah,
and he's the lad that's come out of nowhere. Really, no one expected Jacob Ramsey to be playing like this.
A lot of people were saying send him on loan.
Yeah.
Did I mention it last week that someone told me that him and Aaron spent the whole summer training?
You did mention
Aaron Ramsey.
Did I mention it on the pod? Apparently, I don't know who told me. I had a few drinks, but on good authority that apparently over the summer, Jacob and Aaron Ramsey spent the summer training. And if that is true, then you can definitely see he's reaping the benefits. And he looks sharp. Yeah.
Were they not paying for the country?
I don't know the details.
Aaron's just been called.
He's just been called
to the 21.
Yeah, and we'll talk about the under-23s on Friday, but he was best player on the pitch.
You can definitely see that Jacob Ramsey is bulked up. So you're probably right, maybe, because he's definitely bigger.
Just sharper, isn't he?
Bigger,
just a bit more.
Sharper,
he looks more positive. Like we said, I couldn't believe
that's what we were missing out.
I couldn't believe last season we said he might be one of those players that plays better in front of a crowd. But he does, doesn't he? Yeah. And that was me, to be honest. I was clutching at straws, really, but he's been brilliant this season. I mean, my words.
You've been proven right.
Yeah. And even just as you were saying just before, Aaron looks a real top player as well. And I know you went to watch the under 21s, under 23s against the Albion. Who stuck out?
Yeah, it was a good game. I think it finished 4-2, didn't it? I think real good game. Yeah. Caleb scored a hat trick. Carney's brother.
He looks like a version of Keenan Davis that can actually finish.
He's an absolute machine. The bloke's massive. He's an absolute machine. So in the game, he probably didn't do a lot, but when he got the ball, he just kept on scoring. It was one of those games. He looked quality.
Lukaku against Villa.
Literally, he was all over him. Big shout out for me for the two centre halves, Bogard and Feeney. Look, I know we conceded 2 goals, but you just watch a couple of kids and you think, even though you probably like Feeney, I'm pretty certain he's definitely not 17, 16. Pretty certain he's captain England at a really young level.
And under 17's captain.
Yeah, he's under 17 captain of England or something along those lines. He's not a big lad. He's tall, but you can tell he's young. Yeah. You can't really bulk up at that age because you literally are still developing, aren't you? Yeah. But the way him and Bogard read the game, it was like it's like watching a pair of like model pros. They really read the game out. I do think those pair have got a real good future. And I'm going to put a neck on the line and say, I think they'll both represent their countries at senior level. Yeah. Because you watch a pair of players and you think you pair are reading the game here perfectly. Yeah. And even if you're not the end product, if you can read a game, especially for a centre half, it usually puts you in good stead. But we look good.
I don't think Bogard's that far away from proper first team appearance. I think maybe even tomorrow against Chelsea.
He could do, couldn't he?
That's a good point, actually.
I
Do you
think
think who's going to come through from Friday?
Yeah.
Do you think anyone
I think
play well on
twins,
Friday
I
will
think-
get a call up to play tomorrow?
What is Carney still injured? I know Carney and Philogene was both missed out on the squad through injury.
Aaron,
Oh, they're both out, so they're both not in the squad tomorrow.
Well, I'm not sure if they're fit enough for tomorrow. But
I think
they've been.
the thing is with, I mean, unless we play 3 at the back, you'd expect Axel, who's not playing at the weekend, to play.
Yeah,
and
expect
then,
it,
and then Howells, who's not playing. So
Yeah.
maybe you could play Begard.
I think we'll go for the 4-4-2.
well.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I don't
I've
want
been
him to
screaming.
make.
I'm just screaming out for a 4-4-2.
I don't want
Glen
him
is
to make.
absolutely fuming.
I don't want him to make any much changes
No,
tomorrow.
I don't,
want us to
Glen.
win the game.
I want us to win the cup. There you go.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
Carabao,
we play
though,
the
you said
kids.
the FA.
Who do we play?
I would do
Was
the
it
domestic
Barrow?
double.
Played against Barrow. Yeah, play the kids
Triple.
against Barrow. I could beat Barrow.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Barrow. But like, yeah, tomorrow now we've got to win the game tomorrow.
It's a shame
Play
because
them all.
it's the sort of game where I would have loved to have given Cameron Archer another run out after his performance against Barrow, but
He'll play.
it's just a step too far for me.
He'll play. I think.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Look, I'm not, again, prove me wrong,
Well,
but
you know, you came on against.
he did, didn't he? I just think, for me tomorrow, touching on the game from Friday, I think Aaron Ramsey will definitely be involved in the squad. Begard might be involved in the squad, but I think that's probably where he'll probably draw the line for me.
Sanson.
I think in terms of what we saw in terms of kids on Friday,
think
but I think in terms of the game tomorrow, I'm absolutely with Glen. He probably will start steer. I wouldn't. I'd go full strength. And I know people will argue that's where you've got a squad, but let's just go at them tomorrow. I don't care.
The thing is, we have still got a strong side.
We have,
you've
to
got,
be fair.
You've got Traore and Buendia, who I didn't feature.
As long as
I'd be happy if Brendan starts.
Wendy and Troy, as long as I don't see Al Ghazi tomorrow.
I think you're going to.
Do you reckon?
I don't. You will see how.
I think you're going to see Buendia. I think you're probably going to see a 4.
Do you think? Not when you, for me, not when you've got Traore, you've got Bailey who needs minutes. To be fair,
I reckon Bailey might not play tomorrow.
Do you reckon? He took a knock, didn't he? Straight off.
anything but Al Ghazi, please.
I think you're going to see him.
El Ghazi 1-0.
One thing I'm gonna mention quickly, because you were bragging about it, whether you were pissed up. The set pieces, you were right.
I'm always right.
Let's talk about the set pieces.
They're much better than their
Someone at Villa needs to pay me commission because my opinions are ringing through onto the first
Our
team.
set pieces are much better than last season. We
Well-
beat the first man now, at least.
We've got Berkey Southgate, haven't we, on the sidelines? So he's he does look like the spitting image between both.
Damn well.
Have you seen him?
Yeah.
He's got Berkey Bjarnason's hair and Gareth Southgate's face.
It's a good mix. That is a good observation, Will.
Unless you didn't say any of their, footballing abilities.
Oh no.
I don't even know what he does, but
Set
it seems
piece
to be
coach.
working.
Set
I
piece
know he
coach,
does
yeah.
that, but I
not
don't know what
seen
he's actually doing to make the set pieces better, but they are
He's
better.
been telling them what to do
Well, no, I
and
think
planning what we should be doing.
I think, all jokes aside, though, it's an area of the game we've been poor at for years.
Yeah.
And even like, I'm not saying you have to score from a set piece every single week, but at least be threatening. At least, even the Mings, we wouldn't have seen that from Mings.
My dad
Well,
used to
that
used to
front
count
post
the
ball.
corners. He used to
Yeah.
count the corners
Yeah,
until the
I
next goal.
remember.
And at
I
one point, we're like, over 150 corners.
Yeah, I remember.
Ridiculous.
I remember.
That was the
ridiculous,
case
wasn't
for pretty much every single Premier League side for probably about 10 years. You never used to really threaten that much. The actual stats of how many people score from corners was really low. And then you've seen that Tony Pulis, Palace and Albion sides. Although you don't really want to, concern yourself too much with the Tony Pulis side, but the amount of goals they used to score, even David Moyes last year with West Ham, the amount of goals they win your games, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think I kind of snuffed at the your shouts for a set piece coach. I was like, just focus on how you're playing, focus on what you're doing with the balls in the pitch.
We shouldn't need it.
But you know what? It's fair enough, because I think Smith said it. The amount of times the ball goes out of play, the amount of times you get a throw in, it's an opportunity. And I think in the Euros we use England use their throw-ins really well in certain fixtures. And yeah, definitely all for the. All for the shout.
I just think we've got some big lads at the back, especially if you're playing the 3 at the back. There's 3 centre halves there who should be threatening from corners, and to be fair, they have been more so than they were last season. So I just think it gives us another element, doesn't it?
Yeah, that ball at the front post is absolute. It's the most dangerous thing.
Because
the
the
ball
ball's
in,
whipped in
they
that
have
quick.
no idea.
You can't defend it.
No,
It's
you
impossible.
can't.
Yeah, like I can't believe that. I can't remember. Who was it?
we had two. There was two.
Saved it.
Yeah,
That means header. Oh my.
Well, that's what I mean. There was
Begovic,
two corners like that,
Unbelievable
wasn't
save.
there? There was the first corner, which is obviously who took the first one. That means when
Louise.
Louise. So Louise took that one. He's obviously been told take him like that.
Yeah.
And then Bailey's one. That was just ridiculous.
Oh, that was outrageous.
I can't believe he hasn't been credited the goal for that. He was going in, that was, I reckon.
I thought it should have been
definitely
his
going
goal.
in.
Where's the
Definitely
Julius
going in.
goals panel? That's what they are. They usually make a decision quite quickly on it.
I think they did.
And they said
it was their own goal.
it was going in.
To be fair,
I thought it was going in.
on the topic of Mings, big shout out as well. He made a massive mistake against
Yes.
Chelsea, and for me, he was probably man of the match on Saturday.
He does this.
He was
though.
colossal.
He makes an absolute cock up.
Yeah.
And then he goes and then he plays unreal for about 6 games, and then he'll make another one.
He does it, doesn't he? But look, he from my captain, it's exactly what I want. Put his hands up, said, look, I made a mistake, and then I'm going to go out and lead with example, get a clean sheet, go home, thank you very much.
And I'd rather him have made that mistake against Chelsea than make it against, I don't know.
In a game that was probably
Like
Everton at 0-0.
Everton at 0-0 yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
So,
To be fair, they had a couple of chances. Before Kashi broke through, and what a goal that
They
was
did,
as well.
didn't they?
To be fair,
They-
that whole goal was just unbelievable.
The passing,
the
the
build-up.
build-up,
I
everything.
think Louise's passes into, he slipped him in. Was
Luis's assist was
underrated.
fantastic. He didn't even. He like I noticed. He didn't even look. He just knew he was there. It was perfect.
it was superb. But I mean, one thing I will say at Everton, I'm not having Rondon in the Premier League.
I couldn't believe it when I seen him play.
Rondon, and I'm not having Andre Gomez either. He's terrible every time
He
I
doesn't
watch
play
him.
well at
We
Villa
bullied
Park,
him
does he?
every
Gomez?
time. Yeah, every time we bullied him.
Every time I watch him, I think you are terrible. You are.
Rondon's from Baggies.
Yeah, and he went to China for a bit, didn't he? Knocking about around there. But I think
Newcastle.
with Calvert-Lewin, I'll tell you what, if they did have Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison, I think the first half would have been a lot different, to be honest, because they just couldn't finish their dinner, could they? And I think if they had someone a bit more threatening up top, it could have been a different game. Luckily for us, it wasn't. But I just think, far up the back, we like it, can definitely work. I just think games, especially at home, if you do show a bit too much respect, it can bite you in the arse.
Yeah.
So just one to consider. And I said it before the game, I spoke to you lads in the station. I trust him to get it right every week now. If he wants to do it, then I'll back him.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have one formation. We won't have one settled side throughout the whole season. I don't think we've got that many options.
Yeah.
And that many different games need different requirements. Well, let's just take, as they say, the cliche of all cliche. Each game as they come, and we'll just go at them and trust Dino and the lads to get it right.
But I love this two up top. I absolutely love it.
Great, isn't it?
I was shouting for it all last season. I think we were all shouting for a little bit last season, weren't we? But I just love it. I just think we feel like a completely different side with two up top, and just the quality of Ings. I don't think he had the best game.
Still got the assist in it, to be fair.
He wasn't like a standout, but yeah, he still played. Oh, his assist was fantastic. Yeah, but I think he had
And that one
the best
tackle
game.
on the halfway line. Do you remember that? He trapped back.
But exactly, but Ings, he cannot have such a great game, and then you've got Watkins. You've got
Yeah.
the two of them up there now. So if one of them has an off day, you've got the other one.
Well, we're always a better side with Watkins in the team.
Absolutely.
His work rate,
Energy.
it's like with McGinn, it's like having two men in there.
Yeah.
His work rate just makes us 10 times better.
What
Touch as well as a joke.
I was saying earlier in terms, I think, will be the team that kind of builds into the season. Them pair haven't really even formed a partnership yet, and we're still winning games 3-0. When them pair start scoring goals and assisting one another, doing 1-2s, I think we're going to be a real serious proposition this season. And that, I think, with any striker partnership, that takes time. It's going to take 5 to 10 games to click.
But the way the football's flowing, it's so the way we cut through the midfield and Ramsey links up all the play, and I just think we look brilliant. It's just flowing. It's coming together now.
They look even better in Spartak Moscow next year as well, won't it?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. We better do predictions, I think.
Well, I'm going to take it slightly away and mention I was thinking at one point Louis Barry, his loan is going to start to be a waste because he's only made 2 appearances.
He's hardly
I
playing.
heard there was some
However-
rumbles from the fans.
However, apparently he made his first. Made his first start or something, or he came off the bench the other night, and he was dreadful. Apparently he was. Oh, I mean, no. Well, that's what I'm getting to. Come on, mate. Apparently he just froze, and he was like, oh, and then every touch was like all a bouncing, and he's got his head's down a bit.
Right. Okay.
So I think he just needs that confidence back to him. He's at the moment thinking, oh no, what am I going to do? But think about it, Jack Grealish didn't start becoming Jack Grealish until he was 21, 22. The kid's still...
I mean, he still rips
turned 18.
He rips it up and
He was
Notts
good
County.
for Notts County, yeah.
But the thing is that you can talk about his loan being a waste. It's not up to... It's not going to be a waste because, first of all, you learn from every single decision, every single day. and it's up to him to get himself into the side. If he was playing better than all the other strikers at the club, then he'd be playing. It's up to him if he wants to. If it depends how you react to these things. So it's a test of his character. It's not going to be easy going and play for Ipswich Town, big club at that level.
Just because he's come on loan from us doesn't mean he needs to start. He's now a member of that squad, and they will pick him if they think he deserves to
needs to learn the right.
I mean, Brad Young's playing for Carlisle. He's not getting anywhere near at the moment. I think he's on the bench as well. So it's.
He did play. He came on the weekend.
He come on, did it? Yeah. I mean. It's part of the building process, isn't it?
Exactly. But we've sent that lad out to Stockport, haven't we?
Right, kid, Stockport.
Apparently he's playing fantastic though.
Oh, is he? All right.
I've got my mate who's a Stockport fan. Apparently he's playing well.
All right, fair play. But again, the thing is with Louis Barry, I mean, he's playing at Ipswich, you're a big club in League One, pushing for promotion to the Championship. That Riker's playing in the National League, so I can understand probably why Barry's struggling. It's a big step up, that is,
It's a tough. That's a really good level for what is he, 17, 18 year old to be just turned 18, but he's still built like
he's
a bit
quite
like
slight, and he's
still a bit
he's 20
like how Jacob Ramsey was when he made his debut at Villa Park. He looks like a boy, so he hasn't got the physicality. He's got to be one step ahead in his head, and it's going to be tough for him. They don't send him out there because they thought it was going to be easy. He's going to get 20 goals. It's not as easy as that, but it's a challenge for him, and keep him for the season. See how he gets on. Obviously, if he's not going to make a single appearance until December or January, then we'll bring him back and he can play. He can go out a bit lower. He can play for the kids, but that's his challenge now. Exactly that. That's exactly what it is. It's his challenge.
So what's your point, Sam?
Yeah.
Stop bullying the kids.
I wasn't bullying him. I was just bringing it up. It was a topic, and we spoke about it for a solid 5 minutes, so I think it's fine.
In Sam's defence,
you're welcome.
I have seen it floating around on a bit of social media.
There's been grumbles.
It's that he's lost his confidence, and I just feel. I was hoping that you were going to do what you did. And, he's going to be listening, obviously.
Obviously he's listening.
So we want to give him
the confidence. Out of the 23 listeners that listen to our podcast each week, he's one of the 10
I don't know where you get the 23 from either.
Yeah, it's 24, come on.
And I listen to it 21 times.
It's one people, one people, that's what I said. We're not going to Chelsea predictions. I mean, win, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm just going to...
We're going to switch straight over to Man United.
Oh, we're not going to talk about Chelsea?
We wanted to win. We want to win. We want to play our best team.
Done, yeah. I think we'll win on pens. Right. Magical.
Right,
does it go to extra time?
Yeah, is it extra time or no extra time?
No idea, we'll win on pens.
Those 30 minutes.
I'm pretty certain in the first round, or the second round, we were just in Barry, it went straight to pens, so I'm assuming that's going to be the format.
Yeah, maybe.
Isn't it something like it changed in the semi-finals? I probably got that miles wrong, but...
I don't know.
Yeah. But I fancy a good night tomorrow night. I'm fancying going to the bridge tomorrow. Even if it did go last week. But yeah.
Okay.
A better night then. A better night.
6-0.
There you go.
6-0. Win on penalties, 6-0. Can't do that.
If we play the kids, lose. If we play a strong side, win.
Yeah, right, same. I agree.
That's nice, yeah.
Well, Chelsea will be strong.
Trying to get the kids excited and give them a bit of confidence. They're like, if we play the kids, they're shit. They're going to lose.
Chelsea are going to be strong no matter what anyway. So
their second team's Werner. For God's sake, I mean I'd rather him play.
I tell you what, I watched him against Spurs. And he only come on for like 10 minutes and he completely fluffed at a chance. Didn't he?
Werner, Hogan with a bratwurst.
He did it.
Yeah,
he did it in Germany as well.
Yeah,
in the international.
I mean, look, I'm not having him, but you watch tomorrow night. He'll be electric.
Oh, we'll get 3.
Even El Ghazi will score hat tricks.
Like when Ian Acho scored a hat trick against us for Man City. Do you remember that in the FA Cup?
You just know tomorrow he's going to turn up tomorrow, isn't he, when he plays? 100%.
Yeah, he'll bury it.
Well, over to United, the return of Ronaldo, who famously absolutely loves us. 9 goals in 14 games. That's second to Tottenham with 10 goals in 18. So basically, he absolutely loves us.
I want to put some out there, right? See a lot of it on Twitter, a lot of Villa fans can't wait to Ronaldo. I couldn't care less. I couldn't.
I want to win the game. I'd quite like to see him.
You know
I don't
what?
want to see him score.
You know when we play a game, right? I don't even check the opposition's lineup. I go to watch the Villa. I don't care if Ronaldo's playing or Johan Cruyff. Couldn't care less.
He's only come to watch the Villa.
No, seriously, it does warm me up a bit.
Yeah.
But he's a good player, isn't he?
And you can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I'd rather turn up and see him on the bench.
Obviously,
you know what I mean? Or see him from the stands because
we've already seen Ronaldo.
I don't necessarily see Ronaldo on the bench.
We've already seen Ronaldo live though. It's like back in the day.
They can bring him on when we're 2-0. They can bring him on and he can not score.
I mean, if you're going to put him against Mings, he's got absolutely no chance.
Of what? Keeping a clean sheet or scoring?
Mings has got absolutely no chance. No, Ronaldo's got absolutely no chance. You playing?
Remember that Mings battle with
I'd put
Ibrahimovic back in the day?
I'd put cons
the
on him.
elbows were flying about.
They were, yeah.
Well,
I'd have
stamped
cons
his
on him,
elbow.
not Mings. Put cons on him. Cons doesn't get dribble past.
It's more the air, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's the
more
air that we need.
Put a house on him. House on him, yeah.
Yeah.
Caught the house on
That
Ronaldo.
would be a good battle in the air. I think. Come on, let's.
Do you reckon
not-
he might play? Do you reckon he might play House and go 3-5-2?
It'd be
I
interesting.
reckon
He might.
we'll probably stay at
Yeah, probably
3-5-2. I think we'll still stay at 3-5-2.
Howe's header wins them all, literally.
He does, doesn't
He's
he?
the sort of person he's got a leap on him as well.
Just get us just we'll pick the team.
Yeah.
We'll go Howes, you Mark Ronaldo, head it 3-5-2, go out there, win.
Alright, so sorted.
Predictions then.
Predictions.
I think
Ronaldo
we'll
hat
lose.
trick.
I think we'll lose, but I'm going to go positive. I want to go 1-1.
Okay.
I want to see us win. So I've been to Old Trafford probably maybe 12, 13 times, I reckon, to watch the Villa.
Yeah.
And the one year I didn't go, we won. And I can't believe I didn't go when we won. He's bugging me, and I used to really hate Man United, and I don't hate them as much as I used to. I still hate them a bit. I hate Man City more now, but I don't hate Man United like I used to when they were good. Because you hate people who are good, don't you?
School,
Yeah.
yeah.
You hate people who are good.
Just moves it over.
So I still like
How
when
old
I
are
get
you?
there. I get goosebumps when I go
he's
to
a
Old Trafford. I
he's
get
a glory
goosebumps.
hater.
I get goosebumps watching the Villa play there. So
Yeah.
I need to see us win there at some point. So I'm gonna.
We should have
predict
beat
a win again.
them a couple of years
2-1
ago.
win.
We should have beat last season.
What are you going for? 2-1?
2-1 win.
2-1 win like that.
I reckon it'll be 0-0 until the 70th minute.
He's gonna do some
Bailey,
stupid.
no, Bailey comes on, I think, and he
For
does it exactly the same.
Matt.
Does exactly the same again. I reckon. Well, maybe. Well, yeah, it's gonna be Bailey. I don't think he starts. I think it's gonna be 0-0 for a long time. The longer it stays 0-0, the more we've got a chance. And because I feel like off the bench we've got we can change the game. So a late winner for the Villa.
That's the dream, isn't it? That Old
Yeah.
Trafford scored in the 94th minute. Old Trafford 1-0.
Ashley
the
Young.
dream.
Ashley Young curling it to the back corner. One of them cross shots.
He dives
Oh,
and gets
mate, I've missed that. Yeah. In front of the Trafford end again.
Ah, being real.
Oh,
Ashley
Trafford
Young.
Is that even an end?
Trafford end.
oh.
Stretford end.
Stretford end. That is a man.
Yeah, I think he'll
Glen.
play. I think he'll play Ashley Young because Ashley Young will probably be saying to DC,
I think
I want to
it's
play.
Yeah.
I want to play. Let me play.
There you go, that'll be Target. Ashley will be
You
saying
think
that every
Target?
week. it's not what we're getting.
It probably will be Target, won't it?
I think
He's not gonna
he's
change
not
it.
going to change the team.
Especially,
No.
he'll want a more defensive side. He's up against probably Greenwood or
Yeah.
Sancho.
If what happened at, I'm just getting worried because of what happened at Watford. Target, he's gone,
Like
wasn't he?
literally 5 games ago.
I think he's moved on from that
Bury it.
time.
Just bury it.
Yeah, I think he's moved on. But yeah, I think look, let's go at him on. As long as we go at him on Saturday, I'll be happy.
Yeah. See you in the M6 because no one's getting past it.
UTV.
UTV.
Thank you for listening to the Every Week We Follow podcast. Please click the subscription button ready to hear next week's. Remember, for all the latest news, articles, matchday information, pre and post match reports, please go to www.everyweekwefollow.co.uk. Please give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram and give us a like on Facebook with regards to more updates and information. Thank you.